So this week we are going to be working with two chapters. Chapter 13, which deals with views, and Chapter 9, which deals with built-in functions. And most students find Chapter 13 to be relatively easy, and Chapter 9 isn't too bad either. So we'll start with Chapter 9. You will kind of read through the lecture demo, and then you'll be working with the textbook assignment, which should have videos at the top because I just added them all. And so task 1, 2, and 3, the videos deal with the whole task, but task 4 is rather lengthy. So I broke the videos into sections. And these are all dealing with built-in functions that come with SQL Server and SQL in general, because other applications dealing with SQL have these same functions. So we'll start out with the string functions, and then we'll move into a couple of the numeric functions, date functions, and then we get into functions that are a little bit more like programming. Okay, and there are videos that go through all of it and explain them to you. And then once you're done with the textbook assignment, you are going to move on to the lab assignment, which is going to give you the opportunity to do your own queries, and you can pick whatever functions you're interested in. I would try to keep it as simple as possible. It's easy to get really complex with these functions, and you don't need to for this assignment. So for string, you just need to do 2 separate queries that use string functions. And you can't use the same string function, but there are a large number of them. And there's plenty of examples in the lecture demo and also in the textbook assignment. And then you'll do a couple with number functions and date functions, case, if, and choose. And then our last grouping, which is coalesce, is null and grouping. And it's perfectly fine to use the same tables as we did over in the textbook, as long as you don't duplicate the exact same query. So make it your own. If you want to use your final project for some of these, that's fine too. Totally up to you. Let's see, for Chapter 13, we get into views. And all a view is, it's basically a select that you give a name to and you save with the database. And that allows you to rerun it without having to type the whole thing up again. So views are actually pretty easy to work with. And so the lecture demo kind of goes through the different types of views. And then the textbook assignment, videos are at the top. And you'll create views. You will be updating data in tables using views. And then you'll learn how to delete views and modify an existing view. And then finally, we'll cover some system catalog commands where you can see what views are in the database. And it'll also, we'll run a command that'll show you what the primary keys are. Okay, so these are fairly self-explanatory, and the videos kind of walk you through the process of creating these. And instead of doing a lab assignment, you guys are going to have a final project lab assignment dealing with views. So this is going to be part of your final project. And so you are going to create a read-only view. Oh, this is not the current. Let me see if we've got the current one out here. All right, this is what you're going to be working on. So you're going to create basically 4 views. One of the views has to be updatable, which means that you can update the table using the view. And the other 3 can be anything you want. So each view is worth 3 points. And then you're going to use the updatable view to modify data in at least 1 column. Okay? And updating data using the view is also worth 3 points. So the whole thing is worth 15 points. And I do have an example, whoops, that apparently I need to upload, so hold on a minute. Let's try that again. Yay, okay, so my example is my Sugar Baker database, and so I've actually labeled the one that's updatable. It's a very simple view, and I'm just displaying everything that's in my current products in my products table. So these are the columns in that table. And I've given it the view a name of current products. Then I do a select on the original data, and then I change the price on one of the items. And then I just did a select again. Okay, so that's pretty simple, and that's really all you have to do for the updatable view and for updating a value in one of the columns. And then the other views I created were just selects that I thought I might want to run more than once. Okay, so that is the assignment that follows your textbook assignment for views. Okay, so that's pretty much it for assignments for this week. I did include some resources for you that you can view and see if you need more information on functions or using cases or anything like that.